Hey everyone, this is Tappers here again, and welcome back to the Mega Man 2 Legacy Collection. Mega Man 2 Legacy Collection? No. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. And we're continuing off with the Mega Man Classic project. And last we left, if you're watching me, and, well, if I say that, then you probably need to be arrested for stalking onto my property. No. On the same weekend as doing Mega Man 8, we are now going to venture into Mega Man 9. Widely among everybody's favorite classic Mega Man game. For me, it's kind of hard to say. I haven't played this game in like 10 years or so, at least ever since I got my PS3 to have actual internet connection, because that was a bad thing back then. But, oh god, the awful music. Okay, I'm just gonna do that real quick because, actually, no. No? What are the button configs? Did I screw something up? Okay, this is weird. Oh, that's right, because I hit settings. So, there's a bunch of different options when it comes to... Oh, okay. We'll just do that real quick. So, we're actually heading into proper, and for some reason, we actually don't get any sort of backstory because Mega Man Legacy Collection kind of screwed up, but we'll mention what plot stuff is when it actually comes up. At least, hopefully, I'll remember. But we have 8 new Robot Masters, and... Hey, would you look at that? We have a female Robot Master for once. We are finally getting full circle. Now we just need to venture into the unknown. That is everybody's stages. And, oh yeah, we should also mention that there is a shop, and guess what? Bolts are back, and you can exchange for screws and stuff. So we got, a 1-up. Everything is explained here. What? You don't want it? Okay, roll. Come on. Stop talking. I need to do things. So we have the energy balancer. We have, what is this? Guard up, which you take half damage for a stage, which is, I suppose, kind of neat, but, not really necessary. Eddie, I think, appears, what, in one stage or something? Oh yeah, only used once, and it's kind of not worth it, almost. Beat will, I think, rescue you if you fall in a pit. Yeah, so it's pretty much the same. Only can be used once. Not gonna buy that either. Come on. This, I'm pretty sure, is a spike guard, which will prevent you from dying or something like that. I don't remember what this is. Book of hairstyles look their best once in a while. Cost 10 screws, I don't have anything, and then the 200 here is for roll to change your costume, which is, I guess, a nice touch if you want to have the Mega Man 8 style, which I don't mind at all, because I actually like Roll's design in that game. So we're going to start off with Concrete Man. I'm not starting with Splash Woman. Oh no, that's kind of a shock, but I'm not going to mention what my plans are just yet, but yep, I'm glad to see that save icon. Now, the controls in Mega Man 9 are kind of a curious tale. We have the normal, kind of the Mega Man 1 and 2 sort of scheme. Buster, jump, no slide, no charge. And we also... Oh yeah, I need to use select to get the actual menu. We do have Rush Coil, which is already a step ahead of... Mega Man 8, which is always good to know. And we have Pippies that aren't Pippies that drop rocks, that crumble, and they're very annoying. And you know what else is very annoying? Up and downs. Yeah, so automatically I should kind of hate this stage, but I think you can kind of like jump a lot of these enemies without too much problem. Also, the equivalent of the Dodonpa cannons, and this game's version of the spines, which are kind of just very basic, but they look kind of neat with the flashing lights. I will at least admit that. And we got a 1-up, which is pretty cool, I suppose. And the first of this stage's mini-bosses. A giant elephant from Barnum Bailey's circus, except whatever it is, and they also have a suction that kind of can do major problems. Also, this is probably one of the more perilous parts of the mini-boss because he can suck you in, and if you get hit by the ball, you're probably gonna fall into the pit of misery. I couldn't think of the word. Also, there are fake blocks. I didn't really showcase it off, but I will in a minute here. You don't have to worry about this section. There's no bottomless pit. But right here, you can kind of tell there's a pit because the spines just kind of stop. And then there's actually some invisible walls that you can't see because the water obscures everything. Concrete Man is supposed to be sort of like a construction site zone place. Come on, you stupid bow spider. Get down here. Yeah, this is kind of like a section that I don't really care about because this can potentially happen. And that's kind of one design I really don't like off the bat, is you pretty much automatically have to scroll off and then come back because they are just very spastic in a way that I don't really understand. Also, these plants are kind of bizarre looking because they just kind of hop and shoot, man. So, there is that. I mentioned this has kind of the construction type zone. It almost looks like it's in a futuristic Cutman style or whatever. And we also get introduced to these elevator blocks that either go up or down, and then that's probably the last you'll ever see of them. You'll also notice that that wasn't a Dr. Wily symbol, that was a Dr. Light. What's going on there? Well, we'll find out eventually. But first, we've got to take on Concrete Man, who's ready to wrestle with us. And Concrete Man is a bit of a tricky robot master, potentially. He has the ability to stomp the ground for some really problematic situations. And he has a concrete shot that will also cause problems, and he can Wario shoulder tackle us. His AI is kind of random. You also want to be careful of the shockwave. But probably one of the biggest dangers if you ever Buster only no damage this boss is that sometimes he can point blank shoot you right off the bat, and then you'll take damage if you're not paying any attention. Eco Fighter. So this game actually introduces challenges. This one I think was for using only the Buster on the boss. You'll almost definitely get it right away because, well, we don't have any weapons. Unless you decide to use Rush and then just start shooting and stuff. But defeating Concrete Man, we get a love-hate in my part. The concrete shot. It shoots a concrete block that will crumble over time, but the biggest selling point for this weapon is that it creates a platform you can stand on, and it also has a lot of curious elements depending on the stage you're in. Hopefully I will show that off, but why do I consider it love-hate? Well, the latter part will come into play a lot later, trust me when I say that. Meanwhile, everybody's doing the panic dance. They can panic if they want to, we can leave our friends behind, and something. Oh no, the police have taken Dr. Light away! So, why exactly did they take Dr. Light away? Well, let's see if they mention it. Dr. Light would never try to take over the world. This is definitely Wily's doing. Oh, geez. That is a pretty effective sell and a most distressed face. Also, we have cop bots. That's... It's improving. We're getting past the point of rope technology and to actual cell technology. Without a doubt. Don't worry. This is so stilted, the lines or whatever. I don't know. It's just kind of jarring in a way. I'll clear Dr. Light's name. And yeah, so you're probably wondering what the heck just happened. Well, long story short. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this to roll credits, except it should be called rolling title. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take a sip of my water. Okay, it actually does come up, and we get pretty good title theme, or opening theme, if you can believe that. And we also get to see Wily's repeated begging for mercy and all that. So yeah, we're back in Mega City 20XX, as usual. A collective sigh of relief that Wily has been put away, except he never really was, because we just kind of blacked out from the photon sphere that encapsulated us. But then, more magic-y nonsense, except it's attacks on our senses. Could this be Dr. Wily's doing all over again? Not even trying to hide it. Very loud explosions. But actually get several different themes going on. This one's kind of neat. Break the cameos! No, anyway, ignoring the obvious Capcom references, yeah, it looks like some robots are wreaking havoc, and Dr. Wily's like, this is not my doing. Don't mind the bald patch on my head from clearly not my evil plans. They're Dr. Light's creations. And what is the proof of this? Well, we got a videotape. Old-time VHS. Turn my efforts to world domination. Why don't you join me, Dr. Wily? I can't join you. I've changed my evil ways. Because we should totally believe him after the other times that he said that. And, yeah. Don't mind the fact that oh yeah, so that Swiss bank number is actually supposed to be a callback to when this series first started. Oh yeah, Eddie being reduced to a nightstand and whatever. But yeah, they're pretty much calling for Dr. Light's head, except that yeah. But that was actually a date where it said it's supposed to be 87-12-17, which is actually supposed to be 12-17-1987. For starters, I'm going to do something about those robots, because what better way to unbrainwash them than to put them in the scrap heap? Because that's kind of what we gotta do. I mean, we did it in the first game because they were originally ours, and then, you know. So, yeah, that was actually the beginning we were supposed to see, and I probably should have did that for Mega Man 8 if it allowed for it, but what can you do? If anything, I'll just probably edit this in a way that actually makes sense. Okay, I've already seen that. So, now let's go back to the proper, after some bizarre editing. We're gonna go to Galaxy Disco Rave Man, and default music, please change it. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's not that bad. So Galaxy Man is kind of like a disco theme or whatever, and this stage is actually pretty cool to look at because UFOs and bolts that we didn't see before. Hey, a giant weapon energy, nice. And a back attack. I win the preemptive battle here. Yeah, as far as, like, if you ever do perfect runs, this is easily one of the easiest. I didn't have any better way to put that. But the main reason this is easy... actually, I shouldn't do it that way. We got the Galaxy Man teleporters, which are pretty nice. Also, those are... Bunby something or others, probably the single most annoying enemy in this game, because if you get hit by one, or if you get latched by one, they will drag you into a pit of despair. I know you're there. Come on. I'm also doing the Galaxy Man dance by just going back and forth. Woo! Yeah, see, the thing is, I don't know how far I have to, like, shake off all my problems and enemies. I also noticed that I can't really change weapons. Oh, yeah. The concrete shot is a giant block, which you can turn enemies into concrete, step on them for platforms, and do other cool stuff, which we will see hopefully soon. Let me see. How do I want to do this? That's not quite it. Yeah, if I do that... Oh, that didn't work. I was going to try to do a little shortcut, except not really. Come on. Yeah, you can kind of make platforms, and yeah, it's actually a very powerful weapon because you get rid of nuisance enemies really quickly. Of course, you could do stuff like that kind of screw you over. So, yes, it takes out shield attackers in one hit. So, unfortunately, you actually have to hit their weak point, and you can't drop a block on them. That's kind of the unfortunate bit. Yeah, so that's what the Bunby things do. And if you're not careful, they will drag you directly into... Yeah, I know you're here. You can't fool me. Because I'm pretty sure you will die... Well, actually, no, you won't, because you can jump over that. Hey, it's a 1-up. Unfortunately, they don't refill your life, because it isn't a special game yet. Oh yeah, and there's another trap, is you can kind of get killed very easily. I know you're here. Okay, now there's like a speedrun trick that I don't know how to do exactly. Is it this way? No, it isn't. It involves either using rush it. Oh, speed metal. Did I really do any of that? That's kind of weird. But it involves, I think, either using the concrete shot at a certain point. Oh yeah, if that second to last teleport, if you use a concrete shot, you can just then pretty much climb up, and then you save a lot of time, which is pretty nice to do. So, Galaxy Man has to be probably the toughest boss to actually speedrun, because oh yeah, you can also certain things I can't remember. Ugh, God, I missed every single shot. You can also get rid of the black hole bomb by doing that. Unfortunately, there's really no easy way to get the achievement for this because it's completely luck-based. Okay, don't kill me. It would be really embarrassing to lose to the easiest robot master in the entire game. Don't spawn. I don't know why he's hugging the wall this entire way, because it's kind of... Dang it. Whew! Okay, that was kind of close. I don't know how much his contact damage is, but I can't imagine it's any worse than frickin' Mega Man 4's. But yeah, Galaxy Man, that's the most of his pattern. His black hole bomb is pretty much there to suck you in for when he warps, but that's kind of besides the point. Fortunately, his actual weapon that we get is probably one of my favorites in the entire series, the black hole bomb. It doesn't have very much ammo, but it is powerful, and it pretty much kills everything, and it has a bunch of cool bells and whistles that are relevant of sorts. No cutscene here, but we now actually head off to another awesome robot master in the form of shinies, as Rom would call it. It's Jewel Man because gems and diamonds. diamond in the rough, as you can call it. I don't remember what this theme's called, but it's really majestic and classy, which is why I love it. Also, we get very weird propeller things that I don't know what they're called. And then we got the buckets. I don't remember what half the names of these enemies are called. They have bizarre names to my knowledge. Oh yeah, I should show off the black hole bomb, but I need to be really careful with... yeah, it just sucks up enemies. It uses up a lot of ammo. And the range is actually pretty neat. Haha! Your spiders are useless to me. Oh, and you can also aim it as far as I'm concerned. I kind of don't remember for sure. Haha! I drop a brick on you. And another brick. But one of the interesting gimmicks here are these platforms that you get to rock back and forth. It uses actual momentum, which is pretty neat. You do need to be careful. Okay, that's good. But now, we have a mini-boss for once. This rock, stone man thing, something stone, I don't remember the actual name. He dies very quickly to concrete shot, which is awesome to know. Let's see. Let's get the black hole bomb, because I think there's some new enemies. These diamonds, which, come on, get over. Oh, you jerk. Wasted a lot of ammo missing. Now, I will admit that, okay. Not really sure why it did that. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm really not sure why there was more than one enemy coming out of there or whatever. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, that's kind of dangerous because... Oh yeah, you're probably wondering, how do I get stuff that's in the wall? Do I need to glitch myself in there? Not exactly. There's a way to grab them, but it'll be a lot later on. Ooh, okay. I don't know if those platforms can actually... what's the word? If they can kind of like shove you physics-wise. Why did I not hit him? But anyway, I was talking about... Oh, these are the new Big Eye wannabes. These are bouncers or something, and like most, they'll explode and hurt you, which kind of sucks. So just be careful of them in general. Oh yeah, those green... Anyway, those green spiked circular things, I always thought of those as like money bills. Money bills, not dollar bills, money bills, because there's clearly different types of bills out there. But anyway, at the end of this, we get to Jewel Man, who is actually a very interesting robot master in the form that he will jump whenever you jump. And as far as his Jewel Satellite, which is considered easily one of the best Jewel weapons, words that I'm not describing. If you shoot him with anything that's not his weakness or whatever, and he has his shield up, he will shoot the jewels individually, and they'll shoot off in an altitude depending on like where they are, if they can actually be fired off, that is, if they're up front. But defeating him, we get the Jewel Satellite, which is considered one of the best Jewel, or the best Jewel weapons, clearly, because there's no others like it. You could consider the Crystal Hunter, but that weapon sucks, and it's in the X series. But it is considered one of the best shield weapons in the entire series, because it can kill off very weak enemies easily, and it can deflect shots or just absorb them. I don't really remember for sure, but I'll find out once I actually get to that point. But for now, we go to a stage that I never really cared about back then, and we'll get to that in a minute. We have Plug Man. So plug in your plugs here and prepare for copyright infringement. No. Of the stages, I'd have to say this one has my least favorite theme. It's not like it's a bad theme, but oh yeah, and these are the telly barrels or whatever. I'm not using the Jewel Satellite yet because obvious reasons. Also, there's a screw there. I can't grab it because I don't have the means, and because the game decided, no, Mega Man doesn't need the slide at all. So how on earth do you get it? Well, spoiler, you need to have Proto Man. So instead of being allowed to do it to begin with, the only way you can get these screws as Mega Man is if you have the frickin'... Okay, I'm going to grab the concrete shot because... Okay, I was thinking way too far ahead, and that didn't bode well. Okay, actually, I'm gonna grab the Jewel Satellite. Yeah, you just deflect everything, and hey, guess what? That's a trap up there, so I wouldn't actually advise going that way. Yeah, if you try to go that way, you're probably going to die. Also, there's a screw there. I don't really care because it means nothing to me. Also, copy Shadow Mega Mans, or Yoku Mega Mans if you want to call it that. I don't know why I thought that was the correct decision, but how do I get rid of these things? Oh yeah, the Black Hole Bomb can destroy the ground chasers. That's pretty nice. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Button config. Okay, yeah, I can't actually do that. 2, 3... 1, 2... You would think an area that is just completely dark would be kind of a deadly place to be, but it kind of isn't. This is completely worth it, and those Shadow Mega Mans, they actually don't take as much damage as you would think. I thought they had like 3 HP, but I guess they don't. Do holograms die to concrete? Yes, they do, but I bashed my face into them, so, let's see, where is the Jewel Satellite? Yes. Conqueror! I think that's for getting, a certain number of kills, at least to my knowledge. Also, my jump was gimped. Nice. If you ever want to grind for bolts, you want to have the Jewel Satellite for this, but then again, you want the Jewel Satellite here because of the obvious reasons. I don't know if this just prevents you from getting any sort of ammo... Oh, there we go. I was waiting for an ammo drop. But this is pretty much the strategy Johnny used, I'm pretty sure, for grinding bolts. I don't necessarily need them because... oh, there we go. I needed that weapon refill because... spoiler, Plugman requires a lot of ammo to defeat. I don't really understand why they continued that fixation of shield weapons that require all the ammo, but they did. Not gonna do anything yet because that's a trap there. Yeah, if I didn't make that jump, I would just probably... Okay, yeah, the concrete shot actually is useless against the plug balls. Nice. Okay, I guess the concrete shot doesn't do anything for that one. So Plugman, I'm not going to actually use his weakness just yet because I'm on low energy. Actually, maybe I will. But Plugman is probably one of the harder bosses to fight because not only is it kind of awkward to fight him with only a small amount of... I have no idea how that shield is not hitting him, but... Oh! What was that? We got a gear? Nice. Is it gonna plug in the TV so we can watch whatever video was used as some sort of mechanics or something? I have no idea what I'm even talking about, but it's relevant soon because, well, we got the plug ball, which it's kind of like the search snake and the bubble lead. It's a ground chasing weapon that also goes up walls. But this one has no forward momentum, so it drops straight down. It's still a decent weapon with a good amount of ammo, but all three of those weapons can almost be lumped in the same category. Anyway, that gear is actually from the future. Oh, it's a product code. Piece of scrap Mega Man picked up. Okay, well, what is it? Oh. The period used had expired. I didn't even say that right, but it's actually a product code for like when they're supposed to be having their expiration dates to be scrapped by law because robotics are a bunch of jerks. But now the question is, why are they going crazy? We will never know because intermission time. So we've already beaten half the Robot Masters. I'm going to take a pause here and then I may talk about stuff when I get back. This has been Tapras, and thanks for bearing with me on this train wreck of a first segment. So I'll see you then.